What is up, everybody? My name is Jack Billings, and I'm the CEO and founder of Shedknives. Today, I have with me the 2023 Sheepsfoot here in Secure Orange, so be sure to stick to the end of the video because you might learn something new. Alrighty, so here I have the 2023 Sheepsfoot right inside of this box. So let's go ahead and get into it. First off, we have the Shedknives logo on top, along with the Made in USA on the side. We'll also have some of our stock keeping numbers on the outside for our dealers and just stuff like that. So opening up the knife, we see 100% USA made on the inside, and a few things are coming to our attention right when we open the box. So let's start with the accessories first. If you've seen some of the other review videos, you know what some of the accessories are inside, but we'll still go over those first and then into the knife right after that. So here is a sneak peek of the 2023 Sheepsfoot, so we'll get to that here in a second. First off, we have the 2023 product brochure. This just has a little bit of info here on all of the different knife models. There are 7 models for the year. All the steel, CPM 154. All the material is G10. There's the same 6 colors for all the knives. So, pretty cool, nice information here. If you are a dealer, you can reach out to the email on the screen here, sales@shedknives.com, if you're interested in getting some info on how to become a dealer. So we are accepting applications there. So then you have the product information. This just tells you how to take care of your knife, how to be safe with it, that sort of thing. So awesome resource there. Then one of my favorite parts of unboxing a new knife is the stickers. We do send out stickers with each knife. You may get more than one. So for this person here who's going to get their 2023 Sheepsfoot in Secure Orange, you'll be getting 3 stickers with yours. So we have this one here. And we have the information sheet inside. Here, this has a photo of the knife, the Sheepsfoot, along with all of the details you might want to know about this knife. That includes how thick the spine is, the handle width, blade material, blade finish, sheath color, all sorts of stuff. So there's a ton of different parts of info on this knife. If you have any questions, maybe this didn't answer any of your questions, you can still send an email to sales@shedknives.com. So this is a great resource as well. So a lot of resources come with the knife. So let's go ahead and throw these items back inside here, and let's get right into the knife. So here we have the 2023 Sheepsfoot. This is in Secure Orange G10, like I mentioned before. It's a super tough knife. I mean, just looking at it, it's a very heavy duty piece, very tough. You can do all sorts of stuff with this. So what are we waiting for? Let's get into it. So here it is in the G10, CPM 154, steel, super tough steel. I mean, gotta have a tough knife, gotta have tough steel, of course. I mean, it just makes sense. So we have a hollow grind here coming up on both sides. This is an approximately 1-inch hollow grind here, comes up both sides. Have a nice, very sharp blade here on the bottom. You can do all sorts of tasks with this knife. As we see, it has a slight belly there that allows you to chop, roll just like that. If you need to process food, games, stuff like that. This is also really nice for whittling, chopping, slashing, stabbing. I mean, it's the go-to knife for all sorts of stuff. It's really cool. But let's do a little background here in the about the 2023 Sheepsfoot. Where did it come from? How did it come about? That sort of thing. Well, the Sheepsfoot actually came about in 2018. That was the very first knife model I created for a production run. So yes, I made a couple other models beforehand, but the Sheepsfoot was the first model I actually made multiple copies of, you could say, and started selling those. Well, over time, we're on the 5th line of knives, or 5th year of knives coming out. So this here is definitely upgraded. Here soon I'll actually be getting the scales cut out in well, of course G10, but cutting them out in a CNC machine so they'll fit the knife even better. You can interchange all of the scales now. The holes here are the exact same, so just some cool stuff coming to you here. So let's see, what else should we get into? The SK23 here, that means Shedknives 2023, just the year this knife was made in and the year that the line was created. So that's nice for really future reference to go back and see when this knife was made. So nice reference there. Also have some cool accessories here, or different components on the knife. Have jimping up on the very top that allows you to really get in if you need to allow for some more control there. That's what it does, allows for more control. We have a sharpening choil down here that separates the blade from the handle. So this is really cool there. Allows you to sharpen all the way up to the very edge of that blade. Have a 1/2-inch lanyard hole at the back. I'm sure you're very familiar with this by now if you know the Shedknives models, but if not, you can use this for all sorts of stuff. Putting D-rings on, line, rope, attaching it to gear, I mean, all sorts of stuff. So really cool accessory there. And it's thick. It's got thick pieces of metal around it. I mean, yes, it's all one piece of metal, of course, but you can see how thick it is around it. So this is not something you're going to break. You'll probably break your rope before you actually break the knife. So this can really hold on to all sorts of stuff. Now, let's get into the actual sheath here, but before I do that, let's actually talk about the point here. This is actually a very important thing. If you're familiar with the Tuatara, like in the photo right up there, has more of a slant, similar to the 2022 Momentum. That's where it comes from. Well, the Sheepsfoot has I guess you could say, a thicker point here. So you can really get in, you can pry, you can do all sorts of stuff with this, and it's going to be a bit tougher than the Tuatara. Yes, the Tuatara is a very tough knife. It actually has some beefier parts to the knife compared to the Sheepsfoot. But for the point here, the Sheepsfoot definitely is a very strong part there, has a very strong point. So just a cool feature. It also looks cool. That's really where it came from when we first designed it. It just looked cool, but over time we've adjusted the angle and stuff so that there can be more of a function there instead of just, oh yeah, it looks cool. But you have to admit, this is a cool looking knife. So, like I said, let's move on to the sheath here. As we see, we have this wide opening at the very top, which you don't see too often, but this is just so that it can lock into the screws here. So it allows for a nice click, just like that. So very nice there. As you see right now, there is a little bit of the kydex wearing off, but don't worry, if you see this on your knife, that's okay. It'll wear off over time. Some knives like the SE knives and some of their micarta or G10 handles has the same thing, so don't worry about it. It's something that happens, so no worries there. The clip here can be easily adjusted. This is a cool feature here. It's actually just held on by 2 screws. The 2 screws are the same type of screws in the actual knife, so it takes 5 total screws, all the exact same, so they are quite interchangeable there. Then the clip is very simple. You just take it off. It does open up, so if you want to open it up, put it on your gear, and then close the screws, so that way it truly can't be pulled out. Then you can do that. It's not a completely solid clip. You can get stuff in there if needed. You just have to take the screws out. You can also adjust this all sorts of different ways. You can also pop this one off and put a new clip on, so it's very versatile. So that pretty much wraps up the 2023 Sheepsfoot. If you like this knife, go ahead and check out the link on the screen, but there's a direct link in the description, so click that one and it'll bring you right to the Sheepsfoot. If you like this video, go ahead and leave it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe as well if you like videos like this. So certainly appreciate checking Shedknives out, and please check out the link below. So thank you guys again for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.